Before we start, do me a quick favor and leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment. Now, let's get moving. What's up guys, That Got the Pencil here, and we have a question. Is Meliodas faster than light? Well, the answer is yes and no. What do I mean? Well, the no is easier to explain. I feel bad, because in a lot of my videos, I just say fast and light without clarifying what I mean. When I refer to speed, unless I specify, I'm talking about combat speed, not travel speed. So, if you're wondering if Meliodas is fast and light, travel speed wise, like if he can run and or like fly at those speeds, I'm pretty sure it's a no, or at least it's unlikely, because I didn't consider that in the past. I never really thought about it that way, and considering how long it takes him to traverse Britannia, I doubt it. However, if anyone has an alternate view to that, I'm happy to hear it. Now, to the actual question. In terms of combat speed, can Meliodas move faster than light? Yes. How though? Well, let's explain some fundamental aspects of 7 Deadly Sins real fast. Goddess clan members use light. It's as natural to them as demons using darkness. Mon Speed declares Arc to be light particles, Goddesses declare to be light, it's light all around. Also, Gother fires light arrows. It's shown in the 7 Deadly Sins data book that it's not just in the name, so these are in fact light arrows. Now, what does this mean? Where does this scale? And does this make characters fast and light or relativistic? Well, let's go over feats themselves and what each one of them means. Now, there really are around 3 different levels of speed, for light speed in particular, in 7 Deadly Sins, and they all depend on which character you want to set the basis for and increasing orders of speed. There's this Archangel, now there's this miniaturized giant, and then there's this tiny dog. Let me explain the simplest way for light speed in 7 Deadly Sins. Mael is an Archangel, a goddess who wields Arc, the light particles I mentioned earlier. However, Mael alongside Tarmiel are 2 beings that typically wield the light in forms of beams, specifically light beams. While Tarmiel can be used for a light standard, considering 3 commandment Mael is able to dodge his beams, that's a relativistic feat rather than a fast and light one. What makes Mael useful in determining light speed then is this feat by King. The arrows of salvation are beams of light, and in response to Mael firing multiple beams of light at him, King blitzes not only Mael but also his light beams before Mael's attacks can even reach him with his own attack. While dodging light is a feat that can vary in many different interpretations, blitzing light, as King does in this case, is really fast, aka it's faster than light. It varies from being just faster than light to around 10 times depending on how one would interpret blitzing, and Meliodas scales above King by being able to fight the Prime Demon King on his own, making that end of series full power Meliodas faster than light easily. However, that's the lowest end, and honestly the least solid considering it has such a range. However, this means everyone who scales the full wings King would be at those fast and light speeds, so characters like the original Demon, End of Series Sins, Zeldris, the Demon King, Supreme Deity, Chaos, Arthur, and Cath. Now, let's get to a more specific one. Now, I'll admit, I have a confession to make. I'm still in my training arc. I'm working on calcing properly and just hunting down the feats to count. Not just in 7 Deadly Sins, I'm also currently working on another series, Moggy, oh my, so I don't trust my own numbers fully, not just yet. They always come close, extremely close, such as one of my calculations being off by literally 1 number, but until then, I will trust the community, aka this boy right here. He's great. Go follow Sir Twigo on Instagram. He does really great work and is a major contributor to why 7 Deadly Sins is getting stronger and faster as time progresses. Now, remember when I mentioned this giant girl? Yeah, this is Mini Diane. And remember when I mentioned Gother's arrows being actual light? Yeah, these arrows actually have a calculable feat. Gother launches his arrows at Diane in an attempt to do his thing, and Diane dodges them. However, she dodges them in a way that she actually scales to a little over 4 times the speed of light. What does this mean for the rest of the series? Well, it means anyone who scales to Mini Diane or above her would have that speed. Now, who does that? A lot. A lot of the series scales to or above Mini Diane. All of the Sins, all the Commandments, all the Archangels, a good chunk of Holy Knights, the Supreme Deity, the Demon King, Arthur, Chaos, and Chaos Cath, and who knows, I'm probably missing a few. Due to scaling and multipliers, characters like Meliodas, even towards the end of Season 1, reach massively fast in Light Plus due to how he scales relative to or above full-size Diane, Sacred Treasure Amps, which I will talk about in another video, and scaling the Great Demon Hendrickson and base with no Sacred Treasure, who is many times stronger and faster than full-size Diane, and Meliodas can still transform and go berserk. And Berserk Sacred Treasure Meliodas is actual fodder to weaker characters like Galland, just for perspective of the possible scale in terms of speed. I'll actually go more in depth on specific numbers in a later video. This video is just meant to be a general answer to the question presented in the title. Now, what happens to the question when we use the little pupper? Well, ironically, Ozolo, a character who via scaling is much slower than even Mini Diane, actually has a better light-based feat, also calced by Sir Twigo, link in the description with the previous one. So, Ozolo pulls up on a transforming Mael, who is spouting light and darkness like a madman, and Ozolo pops up. and moves a whole lot before the light can come even close to reaching him. This Calcs at around 33 times the speed of light for Ozolo. And realize, Ozolo is fodder, like the definition of it. In all actuality, it's actually harder to find characters with feats who don't scale to Ozolo than it is to find characters with feats who do scale to Ozolo, or way above him. This basically makes almost everyone by the end of Season 1 and the first major arc around massively fast and light, thanks to scaling and multipliers similar to the case of Mini Diane. This means all the Sins, all the Commandments, all the Archangels, all Holy Knights, the Supreme Deity, the Demon King, Arthur, Chaos, and Chaos Cath are either 33 times the speed of light for the weakest characters and massively beyond that for the higher ends, to the multiple orders of magnitude, reaching thousands around mid-series and even million ranges towards the back end of the series. Once again, I'll actually give you all specific numbers for Meliodas and other characters in the future, once I actually run all the numbers enough where I'm confident to give y'all solid numbers for now. However, let's answer the question. Is Meliodas fast in light? Well, the answer is yes, in terms of combat speed. It just depends on where you want to start it and where you want to scale from there. You could take it off King Mael, you could take it off Diane and Gother, or you could take it off Ozolo and Mael. It's really all up to you. There are multiple versions of it, and really there are more if you want to go deeper in depth. Like, you could literally just make Gilthunder lightning speed and take how many characters would blitz Gilthunder many times over and start to calc that, and you could get the fast and light speeds. It really all depends on what you want to do with it. It's all up to you really in determining where the speed for light speed starts and where you would multiply onward from there. But that's the thing. The amazing thing about all of this is that it's temporary, because 7 Deadly Sins speed is always evolving, and especially with the 4 Knights of the Apocalypse slated to start next year, it's likely the verse is going to get even faster and stronger, but for this video, mainly faster. When it does, there will be much more work to be done, but for here and now, we're looking pretty good. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy with the Pencil, writing off.